AJ the Dietitian, and welcome to Healthy Made Simple, where I show you how to make healthy eating simple. In this video, I will be showing you how I make high-protein muffins. Now, this recipe is inspired by the recipe in the back of the box for Kodiak pancake mix, and this is our go-to for protein pancakes for breakfast time and for snacks too, actually. And I noticed they have a muffin recipe in the back, so I wanted to give that a try, but I wanted to make some adjustments because I saw the recipe uses a half a cup of sugar, which I wanted to eliminate, and I also wanted to add some extra fiber and protein to these muffins as well too. So after the adjustments I made to the recipe, these are going to come out to 200 calories, 5 grams of fiber, and 10 grams of protein per muffin. So if you're looking for an option like this, whether it's for a to-go breakfast in the mornings, for a snack option, or to incorporate as part of your meals, these muffins are a great way of getting in some extra protein and fiber in your diet without going too overboard on the calories. Plus, they don't have any added sugars. There are no nuts in this as well, and you can also cut back on dairy too. I'm actually going to use a dairy alternative for the milk portion, and the only other dairy product in there is just a little bit of butter. So if you're interested for a quick muffin recipe that's going to be high protein and high fiber, stay tuned. Alrighty, let's make some muffins. Let's go. Alrighty, we're going to start out with our wet ingredients. So I'm going to start with 3 very ripe bananas. And these are kind of like the really brownish bananas that you have left over that you have not eaten. So you want to use them up in a way. So this recipe is really great for that when you're trying to use up some of those extra bananas that you have at home. And maybe you don't want to make banana bread, but you want to do a healthier option instead. So I'm going to start by putting my 3 bananas, into my bowl. All right, and now while I'm getting my ingredients ready, I also started preheating my oven at 350. So make sure you preheat your oven to 350. So by the time you've got all your ingredients ready, we can stick these guys in the oven. Now I'm going to work on mashing these bananas, and if they're very ripe, it's a lot easier to mash them up, but give them a nice good mash. And with this recipe, it does use, as I mentioned, the original recipe uses a half a cup of sugar, but I substituted that with another banana to add in. So you have a natural source of sugar going in. And since bananas are a little bit watery, I wanted to take that into account so my mixture isn't too watery, and I cut back on some of the milk that is going in compared to the original recipe. If you do end up buying the same box and you see the same recipe in the back, I'll include the instructions for my version of this down below so that you can cross compare and see if this would be a better option for you. Alrighty, I got my banana all mashed up and ready to go. Next, I'm going to go in with the seeds, and this is what's going to help us with adding in more fiber and protein. And I do like to add the seeds earlier on, especially the chia seeds, so it gives it a chance to gelatinize and start thickening up the mixture. All right, I'm going to go in with a 1/3 cup of chia seeds. And any chia seed brand that you have will work for this. So we're going to go in with a 1/3 cup of chia seeds. And the chia seeds are a great source of omega-3s and fiber and protein, as I mentioned. So anytime I can incorporate chia seeds, I do. And then the next seeds I'm adding in are going to be my hemp seeds. And I have just about a 1/3 cup left. And I do like getting these at Costco. I find the best deal for chia seeds at Costco. So if you are looking to buy them in bulk, do check out Costco for this big bag that they carry. All right, I got a 1/3 cup of hemp seeds that are going in. We'll give those guys a mix with our banana mixture so that the chia seeds can start thickening up the mixture while we work on adding the rest of the liquids. There we go. Our mixture is nicely mixed up. All right, and then next, let's add in our milk. Next, we're going to add in a half a cup of soy milk. And for this one, I'm just using a vanilla flavored version that I have at home. And you can use any milk of your choice for this. So if you don't like soy milk, you can use cow's milk, almond milk, coconut milk, whatever works for you. And then we're going to mix that in with our mixture too. All right, so this is what our mixture is looking like once it's all been mixed together. Next, we're going to add in an egg and a 1/4 cup of butter that has been melted. So this is unsalted butter, 1/4 cup that has been melted going in. And that's a 1/2 stick of butter. And that's really the only dairy portion of this if you're trying to go dairy free. So if you're allergic to butter, then you can use a butter alternative instead, like a margarine. And then I'm going to crack in 1 egg. And we'll give these guys a mix. And then for flavoring, I'm going to do a teaspoon of cinnamon and a teaspoon of vanilla going in. All right, and we'll mix all of that together so that all of our wet ingredients and our seasonings have nicely mixed into the mixture. And then we'll finally add in the protein powder mix to have the dry ingredients in there, and it'll be ready to go. All right, our wet mixture is ready to go. So next I'm going to add in my 2 cups of pancake mix. Alrighty, here's the first cup going in. And here is the second cup going in. And keep in mind that there is already sugar in the pancake mix. So eliminating the sugar from the rest of the recipe really helps cut back on the sugar a lot while still keeping the sweetness in there, especially with those really ripe bananas. Those are going to add really nice sweetness too. All right, let's give this guy a nice good mix until everything is really nicely incorporated together. All right, there we go. Our mixture is nicely mixed together. And if you find that it looks a little too thick, you can always add in another splash of milk in there, and that would be okay. But for me, this is looking good. So I'm going to grab my muffin tray and spray that down next. All right, I got my muffin tray here, and I'm going to be using just an olive oil spray to grease my pan before I put in the mixture. And the one thing I didn't mention is when you're making this, is if you want to increase the protein content even more, you could do a nut butter in there, such as peanut butter or almond butter, and just take that into account as part of your liquid mixture that you're adding in. The reason why I'm not doing this is because I'm hoping to be able to use these for my son's lunches as well and his snacks at school, and they are a nut-free school, so I don't want to send anything with nuts in them. But if you're making this just for home, you can certainly do that and add in some extra protein from nut butters as well, or even chopped nuts too. All right, it looks like I sprayed a little too much oil at the bottom, so I'm just using a paper towel to spread that around to the sides of my tray as well too, and just kind of dab up any of the extra olive oil that's sitting at the bottom. Otherwise, it's going to pool at the bottom of my muffins. That is the one issue with this olive oil spray that I don't like, is that it sprays very concentrated, so it actually gives you like a dab of oil, which is nice if you're cooking, but for things like this, I don't want a big pool of olive oil at the bottom of my pan. So I'm just going to give that a quick little wipe and spread that around to the sides to make sure it doesn't stick to the sides, while also making sure I take off any excess olive oil that's sitting at the bottom. All right, that's looking good to go. Now I'm going to scoop up my muffin mixture and add that to all of the different containers here, the sections for my muffin, and we're going to make 12 muffins out of this. Alrighty, I got my 12 muffins ready to go. So it filled up quite a bit of my tray. Now these are going to go in the oven at 350 for 16 to 18 minutes until they're done. We'll stick a toothpick in them to check to make sure that they're cooked all the way through before we take them out. So let's take them over to the oven. Alrighty, my muffins are fresh out of the oven. Look at that. There we go. Closer look at these muffins. They did take the full 18 minutes. And when I stuck my toothpick through, it came out nice and relatively dry. Just a couple crumbs in there, not too bad. But I'm gonna give these guys a chance to cool off, and then I'll take one out and show you what it looks like close up. Alrighty, my muffins have cooled off, so let me show you what it looks like. Here is a close-up of it. There we go. These guys are not too sweet, so I do like this for breakfast in the mornings so that you're trying to avoid, here's another view of it, you're trying to avoid all that extra sugar that comes from, typical muffins for breakfast time. And it's got lots of protein, 10 grams of protein, 5 grams of fiber, so it's really going to help keep you full, and it's a great portable option on the go. I love these as a snack in the afternoon too. Maybe pairing this with some fruit on the side makes a really nicely balanced snack for the afternoons as well. I hope this video helped give you a good idea for how to make high protein muffins at home. You can use your high protein pancake mix like the Kodiak mix, as I did in this one, to make your job easier. So it has all of the dry components already in there, and all you have to do is just get your wet ingredients together first. The prep really only took me about 10 minutes, and it was 18 minutes for cook time and some cooling time. So you could really whip this out in about a half hour and have 12 muffins to go for the rest of the week. And if you have some that are left over that you haven't used for the week, or you just want to kind of work ahead, you can also freeze these. Just put them in a Ziploc bag into your freezer so that you can pull it out and warm it up as you need to use it. Thank you so much for watching Healthy Made Simple. If you have not already done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more videos like this one that help show you how to make healthy eating simple and easy at home. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.